Shalom, I have here my brother Ahayabi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a hobby,
Ahayabi, right?
a hobby. Yeah.
Ahayabi. He came
Well,
from.
many people know me as Aliyu because I was born in Auchi and I grew up as a I was known or born in a Muslim with the name Aliyu. So many people know me as Aliyu on
Yes.
Facebook, not Ayabi. Ayabi is my spiritual name that I've taken upon myself. It's actually a name given to me by my auntie. So, and I've taken it upon my name because it's my language name and it's my native name. So I'm taking it as my name. That's why I answer Ayabi. Many people may not know me as Ayabi, but I'm Ayabi.
Yes, yes. So I know Ahayabi because like 3 or 4 years ago, he came to Germany and he says he was a priest before, like a Christian priest or something like that.
And like I said I was born a Muslim. At the time, my whole family, my dad was the one who did the conversion to become Christian. So I more or less became Christian, and with the Muslim upbringing I had, with the zeal of keeping the five tenets of Islam, the five pillars of Islam, having to pray 5 times a day and having to know the Quran or study the Quran. I took that zeal into Christianity, and within a short time as a Christian, I became a pastor. Or I can be trusted to pastor a church. I work with several ministries as a Christian, as a pastor, or as a practicing pastor or teaching pastor. So that's it.
But after that, you went out to be a pastor. Today, what are you today? So
Yeah, today I cannot really call myself a pastor. I cannot call myself a Christian. I cannot call myself a Muslim. I'm a spiritual being. I'm a light, enlightened spiritual being who have come to realize that Christianity, Islam, or Judaism, as we are taught it is today, is not actually what it is in ancient time. So that is why I cannot identify myself as a Christian or as a Muslim or as a Jew or as an Hebrew Israelite, which I once identified myself with anyway, because when I become when I started getting acquainted to the truth and I started realizing myself, knowing myself, studying myself, getting to understand what spirituality is all about and what this journey of life is all about, I got to really understand that spirituality is not religion. It's not something we believe in.
what
So
what means spirituality to you now? So
yeah,
what?
spirituality to me now is everything. Spirituality to me is life itself first.
So to who do you pray now? If you do, who is your God? What is his name, etc.
Well, in terms of the name of God, I want to understand. I want you to understand that God, in the first place, is not a spooky dude out there in the sky or somewhere in the sky or somewhere in the space that we should believe in or we should be seeking for. God is this very thing that beats beneath our chest we call life. This thing that keeps us breathing, that keeps us alive and awake and conscious. And God is that energy itself called life. So if you have life, you have God. But you might not be expressing the attributes and the powers and the essence of God because your government, hear me clearly, your government has deliberately killed the God in you and created a God for you to believe in, an imaginary God. So if God is truly life, you have life, why are you not expressing God? If you're not expressing God, then something is wrong. And what
So
is wrong?
we had some special things that happened also here in Germany, because you went to Nigeria to fight for the truth. Now, then after that, I saw that there's change happened with you because like a Hebrew Israelite before. Then after that, you changed to be something like a Kemet. You're a Kemet today, something like that,
No,
right?
I'm not a Kemet. I'm not a Kemet. I'm at war with the Kemits. I'm at war with the Egyptologists, the Hebrew Israelites, the Christians, the Muslims. I'm not talking about the lay believer of these sects. I call them sects now. I'm not talking about the lay believers who are just shallow members of these sects, of this congregation. I'm talking about the leaders, the founders, those who are perpetuating these beliefs today. I'm at war with them because if they honestly know what they are dealing with, they will not keep the people of the Almighty, the people of the all-seeing eye, the true all-seeing eye, not the one they have in the $1 bill or in the Kemet pyramid, that they show the world and make the world believe that, oh, that's the all-seeing eye.
So you went to Nigeria and you saw also Biafra. You know all the things about your family also that was fighting against you. You had many problems. Now you turned to something new. Now you have a new identity, so something like that.
Well, my identity is my spirituality now, and
How call it?
my spirituality.
How you call that?
I call myself a naturalist.
Ah, so you believe in natural. So you are like believe in growth. You know that there are some natural people they believe in nature, so they're doing rituals to
No,
fighting
no,
the government and stuff.
I don't do rituals. I don't do rituals. My rituals is just my the expression of my spirituality, and the expression of my spirituality is music and
Music.
dance.
Okay, which kind of music and which kind of dance?
I only listen to, will I say, Afro pop and Afro culture and Afro spiritual drums and those things that actually make you think beyond the five senses,
So,
beyond the natural.
what can you tell us about the Nigerian Biafra?
Well, I am a Biafran. I want to start with that. When I say I'm a Biafran, the Biafran, if they can accept their roots where they came from, the Biafran cannot exclude themselves from the entire Great Benin Empire, which the British conquered and divide among each itself and decide to make sections and regions for itself and decide to put all the sections and regions together and make a nation that he named Nigeria. So being a Biafra, more or less coming from that region, from the Benin, Esan, Urobos, Ishekiri, Ijos, and Igbos, and those regions, these are Biafran. The Calabas, these are Biafrans. Coming from that, having that root from through my parents, because honestly, I cannot really identify myself. That's why I started calling myself a Biafran. I cannot really identify myself as a Biafran naturally now, based on this perception of life and understanding that Nigerians and Biafrans are more or less expressing today as it is today. I call myself a naturalist, someone who happens to come from this place and identify with the Biafran, because I realize that the Biafrans are not actually a people separated from themselves. The Benin came from somewhere before they became the Benin Empire in West Africa. They came from somewhere, they migrated from somewhere. And as a black man, or as a melanated man, as a colored man, or as a nigger, or as whatever they have choose to label the man with the dark skin globally, I want to more or less let it known to the world and to Nigerians most especially that the ideology of you trying to claim you are superior, or you are Biafran, you are Arewa, you are Oduduwa, leaving the others behind, is stupid. It's foolish. And Nigeria as a nation is not even a nation. Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is a corporation, and it is owned by the Hall in Buckingham Palace, who call herself the Queen of England. And that contraptment called Nigeria is the same problem that the Biafran are creating themselves into today as it is. The reason why I say I'm a Biafran from the beginning, because of the region where we all came out from, which is the Great Benin Empire. We all came out from there. You call yourself Edo today, or South Southerners, the Urobos, the Ijos, we are all from Benin. Go and do the history, go and do the research. We are all from Benin. And Benin is all that we came with. Even the Oduduwas came out of Benin. I know they can say the Benin came out of the Oduduwas. But the Oduduwas know their origin. They know where they came out from. Those who say the truth about the Oduduwas. And the Igbos too, they know where they came out from.
So, and these people say they are Hebrew Israelite. This is really the truth because we in sub-Saharan Africa, we know something that is the difference between people in western coast of Africa and people in southern in sub-Saharan Africa. Because the sub-Saharan African, they do not work with the government, but the government is fighting them like crazy to take in the treasures. But the West people, so the west coast of Africa, like Ghana, Benin, Togo, we have Nigeria. They're working like many years with the white colonizers, and the white colonizers protecting them and doing businesses with them. So do you have something with that? Because you have
Brother,
other knowledge, maybe.
brother, I want to say today before you, and I know definitely you are checkmating me right now because I actually did not. This is on on scripted brokers or on planned brokers.
Yes.
You're checkmating me right now.
Yes, I saw you,
and,
so I want to know
and,
things.
and
So.
the truth is, let me tell you, Ubuntu, Ubuntu is the only way out for Africans.
So you know what Ubuntu is and where it is.
Yes,
Where it is.
unity is the only way out. And this unity is not laced in religion, it's not laced in culture and tradition, it's not laced in political or politics affiliations, it's not laced in any of such things. This is it's so inevitable, it's so important that we have to understand what binds us all as a people together as one. And what is that? Four elements. The four elements. The water we are drinking, the oxygen we are breathing, the land that is growing us food and giving us privilege or opportunity to have shelter, and the fire, the energy we are consuming daily. Whether you call yourself is a Nigerian, a Cameroonian, a whatever you choose to call yourself, you need these four basic elements. And common science and basic science made it clear that you need these four elements to have a thriving life, to survive on this plane. And if we don't come together to demand this thing for ourselves, to create this thing for ourselves, to make this element free for all, accessible to all, then we are wasting time. Because this is where civilization is born from. Even the so-called religion, we are all bewitched with, we are all brainwashed with, which make us think, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Jew, I'm a whatever, a Buddhist, I'm this, I'm that. These are all nonsense. These are all mental prisons. These are created by men to have numbers on their side because numbers is wealth. Based on the information you give to numbers, numbers believe in you, and the numbers increase, and as the numbers increase, so your wealth increase, so your increase, so your territory increase, so your fame and your influence increase. That's why men decide to create religions for themselves. The absolute truth is that we all are one and the same with the source.
The fights in Africa,
It's political.
the political wars, and their leaders, and
Their leaders are puppets, they are traitors, and they are sellouts. They are working for the West. I'm married to Europeans. I don't hate Europeans, but I hate their devilment. When I say I'm married to Europeans, I mean I married their daughter. I'm married to a European, and you know that I have
yes,
two
of
sons
course I know.
for a European. But I'm the one
But-
fighting to shut down Western civilization on the planet.
But also, I saw like you had long time fights with them, even in the streets and everywhere. They put you even to court,
No,
right?
the point is, they think my spirituality is abnormal, or the way I'm expressing my spirituality is abnormal to them. They've not seen something like that before. They are not used to someone addicted to the sun. Let me just blow it out now. They have not seen someone addicted to the sun, an addict to the sun. I'm a sun gazer. You can say I worship the sun, I don't care. You can say I'm a pagan, I don't care. But I know that the Christianity you believe in the Islam you believe in, the Judaism you believe in, the Buddhism you believe in, everything you believe in is built around the sun. If the founders or those you call your leaders will tell you the truth, it's built around the sun. Have you ever asked yourself why are the Christian saints have the disc, the sun disc on their head? Why is Jesus Christ represented to have a shiny round disc on his head? Have you ever asked why the Muslim pray facing the rising of the sun, the east? Have you ever asked the Muslims why their signs, their symbol is star, and the moon and the star? Because the sun is the moon at the same time is the stars, because it powers everything. It's not by accident that everything revolves around the sun on the planet. It's not by accident that the solar system, it's all that we have.
Can you give us explanation also about the fight, yeah, between you and the police officers and the government, especially because
Well,
I saw there was a time
government,
that you was really skinny. You became really tired of life because also you went to Nigeria. They rejected you. Here you was nowhere at home, but now I see you are good. That's why I said I have to make a video with my brother Ahayabi. You see,
like I told you, I can't resist you, and this is unscripted video. This is unplanned video, and just because of the love I have for you. You remember the first time I met you?
I know.
I came here looking for a job.
Yes.
Yes, your mama gave me a job.
Yes, of course.
You understand? And that's the love I have for you.
Yes.
And that's why I say I could not resist you. The point is, when you found the truth about who you are, about God, you are definitely automatically an enemy against the government. Because then you will realize what is heaven and what is hell. And you will realize what is the truth and what is the lie.
But you fought them with your physical body, so this
No,
means they put you even to court, and not one time. So you had a lot of.
They took me to their mental institution. You know, they said
Okay.
they took me at the Rhine, where
Yeah.
I have an altar close to the Rhine,
No.
where I do my spiritual practices, where I
So
play my music.
there where the water is, the sea.
Yeah,
the
close
Rhine
to
is
the water.
the Rhine is the German Sea. Yeah.
It's not really a sea. It's more or less like a river.
Like a river,
Big river,
a big German river. Yeah, and there you do because it's have you know why, because it's there is something you.
The beginning,
even
the
the
beginning
river-
is water.
Yeah, the beginning is water. Yes,
And
yes.
from water, everything came forth.
Yes.
From water, light
but
came.
do you not twist some things like also you practice some traditional things like from our forefathers?
Well, I understand that our ancestors are
Yes.
naturalists.
Yeah.
I understand that all our cultures in Africa, wherever we claim to come from in Africa, all our culture are align the four elements of life, which has to do with the land, the waters, the atmosphere, and fire. If you look at it, all our cultures, all our traditions in Africa, and any occultist, any spiritualist, anyone who deals with nature, who understands what nature is and what life is naturally, not in the artificial sense, because the whole planet right now, the whole globe, is run by artificial intelligence. You know that AI.
Yes.
AI is where our democracy is built. AI is where our politics, our science that we call modern science today is built. AI is where our technology today as it is built. But the truth is that before AI, there was something called natural science. There was something called natural intelligence. There was something called natural technology. Because those rocks, those stones that built the pyramid in Egypt and all the pyramids around the Americas and around the world, today's science and technology have not been able to produce a crane that can lift those stones 100 meters away from their spot.
So this means there was a spiritual power behind it.
There was a spiritual power behind it.
So and we can also call it alien technology in the man's language.
You know, they call it alien because they said it's UFO. That
Yeah.
means unidentified flying object, right?
Yes.
UFO. But me, I'm telling them it's not UFO. It's IFO, identified flying objects. And you can only identify them when you are plugged into them, when you are connected to them spiritually, when you are plugged into the cosmic, universal, and natural law and order of life, which the sun, the rising sun, champions. That's the anointing. That's Christ. The anointed Yahushua in his day to manifest the signs and wonders. Same Christ, the anointed. That's the burning bush Moses saw. The same Christ that anointed all the prophets and all the seers, all those who have come before us.
So this means you are also you have also a calling.
Well, I don't want to assume any title upon myself because I love my privacy. You can see I'm enjoying my privacy.
Yeah.
I'm only an army or a soldier stationed at a post, and my post is well taken care of. My position, my duty post is well taken care of, and I know what it is. So I'm very effective at that because I know that the warfare right now is not between flesh and blood. You know, I have so many black men. They say, "You aren't you confused or aren't you crazy?" Yeah, because like you were trying to say that I've fought with the German government or with the government physically. Yes, the German government have taken me as an insane person. The way I express my spirituality and the way they see me expressing my spirituality, they think I'm crazy. And they've taken me to their mental institution, and many people still see me like that on the street, that I'm crazy.
And what was with the African people or the black people? Did they treat you the same?
My own parents, my own brothers and sisters think I'm crazy. Even today, as we speak, I have a brother in Bonn, in this city, Bonn, with his wife and children. I love my family. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. I love my parents. But I will not take side with anyone who decides to take side with the enemy. I don't care if you're my parents, if you're my brothers, if you're my sisters.
Can you can you tell us a little bit about the system, about the system that we are for, that we're into?
You know,
This Babylonian system.
I've touched on it previously. I believe in a system running on artificial intelligence. Is built on artificial intelligence. Democracy, it's a lie. Capitalism is a lie. Christianity, Judaism, Islam, as it is today, is a lie. This is what has robbed humanity of the common sense to realize their God essence that can bring out that righteousness, that truthfulness.
So this means the human is a god.
Man is God.
Thank you, brother.
Man is God.
Thank you.
And the sun is man.
Yeah, the light inside of the man. Yes.
The sun we see shining today is man. And this is why I'm now, okay, I just want to say this, looking straight to the camera. I want to say to the United States Army, to the NATO Army, to the United Nations Army, to the Russia Army, those who have called themselves lords of the air, lords of the land, and lords of the sea, those who are on uniforms and guns signed to take orders from elites, politicians, and religious leaders to defend democracy, capitalism, Christianity, Islam, and all the religions on the planet, which is put together called Western civilization. I want to say this to you, all of you. You are no longer fighting flesh and blood. So stop the killing. Tell those who ordered you to nations that are not your original nations and countries where you came from, tell them to redeploy you back. It's now spiritual warfare. It's now warfare of energy, frequency, and vibration. What's happening in the cosmos. So you can go back to your nation, and from your nation you can project and go into the cosmos and undertake your assignment. So you don't need to be in someone's country to do that. So stop the killing, stop the bloodshed, stop the innocent life, the destruction of innocent life globally. I said that for a reason. because we are made to believe democracy is the finest aspect of governance and whatever on the planet. But democracy is the cause, the source of evil and wickedness on the planet. That's why democracy tell them to take away their militaries. Democracy, no country will buy democracy. Every country that have subscribed to democracy took it under duress, by manipulation, by oppression, most especially Africans. The Arabs, the Arab countries, they fought against it. Most of them accepted it by force because democracy and the military of democracy entered their country and raised rebel against them and turned them to accept democracy by force. So democracy is a lie from the pit of hell, and is perpetrated by devils. And who are these devils? They are my in-laws that I'm married to. Yes, they are my in-laws. And I've told them as far as I'm with them, they will never have sleep. Yeah, because they have declared war against the sun, and the sun does not belong to Europeans alone, it belongs to all on the planet. And they have declared war against God, they have declared war against man, they have declared war against their father. Africans, we are the father of the Europeans, we are the father of Arabs, we are the Asians. A child that said his father will not sleep, that child will be awake, his father will be awake, and they will both keep the night. Peace.
Thank you. This was my brother Ahayabi. You see, we are always in fights here. Germany is awake.
You know,
like my people, my brothers in Southern Africa.
It's time to see the battle as your battle. You are the Christ you are waiting for. You are the God you are looking for. Wake up and realize the God in you, and reject those people who you have known by their actions, by their words that they could not keep, and they have been perpetrating evil, and they call themselves elite politicians and religious leaders. Know that they are the real enemy. So it is your right to impose justice on them. Peace.
Thank you. My name is Mickey Massa. See you next time, and I hope you're doing well.
Send me this video. I want to see it.